Ms. Zainab Hawa Bangura, Director General of the United Nations Office of Nairobi, Mr. Marek Gazeski, Chair of the Executive Board and Permanent Representative of the Republic of Poland to UN-Habitat, Honorable Marta Delgado, President of the UN-Habitat Assembly, Honorable Charles Hinga, Principal Secretary of the State Department for Housing and Urban Development and Head of the Delegation of the Republic of Kenya representing our host country, Kenya, Honorable Ministers, members of the UN-Habitat Executive Board, Your Excellencies, colleagues of the United Nations, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Let me thank the Director General of the United Nations Office of Nairobi and her team, as well as our host country, the Government of Kenya, for enabling us to meet in hybrid modality in Nairobi. It is a great pleasure to be able to meet member states in person, as I am sure this will help deliberation and bring about meaningful decision-making. I have come away from 2021 more convinced than ever that sustainable urbanization, our policy work, integrated planning, financing, advisory, as well as the upscaling of our operation in the field will help member states meet their nationally determined contributions. I have made use of every opportunity open to me at COP26 to highlight the importance of the new urban agenda, and let me thank the many local government, professional groups, the private sector, the community leaders that continue to support the implementation of the new urban agenda in their respective countries, cities, and communities. Just as 65% of the Sustainable Development Goals are attributable to sustainable urbanization. In short, please let us to strengthen UN-Habitat so that we are better able to help member states, particularly the least developed countries, low-income countries, and the small island development states meet the climate challenge. And as you know, they have the smallest carbon footprint, but are facing the most extreme climate events. His Excellency, the President of the General Assembly, sent out an invitation to member states to attend the high-level meeting on the implementation of the new urban agenda on the 38th April 2022, dubbed Quito +5. The high-level meeting is a major recognition by the General Assembly of the importance of the new urban agenda. However, with only 21 countries submitting their new urban agenda report, it is clear to me that UN-Habitat needs to do more to support member states. I am also grateful to the Secretary General, whom I had the distinct pleasure to share a panel at COP26, together with 8 mayors to elaborate on the importance of local level action. The Secretary General has given unprecedented roles to UN-Habitat as penholder of the COVID-19 recovery plan, appointing UN-Habitat to be co-chair of the local 2030 coalition and asking us to lead the task force on the future cities. As the responsibilities of the program has increased, so our determination to meet the guidance member states provided in June 2021 at the high-level midterm review of the UN-Habitat Strategic Plan by the Committee of Permanent Representatives. Let me thank the Chair and the members of the Ad Hoc Working Group on Work Program and Budget for their guidance and direction, allowing the Secretariat to rework the strategic plan, which will be presented to in Agenda Item 6. I am convinced that through the three-perspective approach with our emphasis on housing, climate adaptation, and localizing the SDGs, we will be able to meet the targets set out in the strategic plan. Let me also thank Member States and our donors for the strong support provided through earmark and soft earmark support. The figures for 2021 is equal to 2020, and this is despite the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, political instability impacting our program in Asia Pacific, in Africa, and the revisions of the strategic plan. The mandate of UN-Habitat and the program's reform illustrate our commitment to meet the expectation of Member States for more integration between the normative and the operational aspects of our work, for greater cooperation with other UN agencies, and for more vivid impacts of our work on the ground. The impact stories from our field operation, donors' report and testimonies is confirmed by what I have seen firsthand in Iraq, Lebanon, Egypt, Colombia, Burkina Faso, Morocco, Ethiopia, Kenya, and other regions. As I come to the end of my first term as an Executive Director, let me thank Member States and my colleagues for achievement made in governance reform, organization restructuring, repositioning of the program through active advocacy, impact communications, and our strengthened normative role and improved field presence. Yet, the road to full recovery is a long one. I know this is a marathon, and the robust comments, criticisms, and encouragements from the Member States is what drives this program forward. I look forward to a robust and pragmatic session over the next 2 days, and let us arrive at decisions we can all support and back up by the resources we need to get the job done. Thank you, Excellency Chair, and thank you, Member State, and thank you, Excellencies. Thank you.
Thank you very much.